Okay, so you're gonna want three different guns available to you. Three different ones of different ammo types to make sure that you have enough ammo to get to the weapon that you want on the 47th floor. You will use that weapon to get to floor 50, which will have the Royal Guard golds, obviously. If you anyway, if you the weapon you want is the Type Z shotgun. You can go through the 47th floor to get the Type Z shotgun. I will be showing you a build using my other character. I will add on to this video clip. Um. Anyway, yeah, because I got rid of the Type Z shotgun on here since I don't need it anymore. You use the Type Z shotgun to get to floor 50 for the Royal Guard Gold. This is the build you want for the Royal Guard Gold because you have high enough luck to get a decent amount of crits and get proper drops. You don't have a lot of defense, but you kill things extremely quickly, so you don't really need to worry about that. And then there's Human Fortress 1, Armor Form 3. So the Armor Form here isn't really the one you're meant to use. The build on the Arficis has a guard and power field that is actually supposed to be your buffs. You're going to use her buffs. And Human Fortress 1 doesn't really add on any defense, but that's because the Human Fortress was nerfed ways back, so it doesn't have as much defense, but it still has the no stagger effect and stuff. So you put this on, and you won't override the defense for something weaker, and you'll just have the no flinch, no stagger type of effect. The skill freeze here is for fighting the Kiritos, so you could debuff them with that, and then they won't want to equip their sword barrier, which then I would recommend having power and armor break here, not viral, because those will recharge faster. And this gun, when you're shooting them in the head with this gun, it kills them quick enough that you're going to want something other than viral, because viral does not recharge fast enough. You'll be shooting them without them debuffed. And just in case they actually do have their sword barrier equipped, once you go to the next one, you have this available, which is exactly why you have a pistol equipped for your pistol weapon art, so that way you could spam electromagnetic stun. Your heals are just in case they actually do enough damage to you, which isn't likely to happen because you generally kill them so quickly with this build that it doesn't really matter. Here's the gadgets that you're gonna want to use. You can use pretty much any Royal Guard gold. It really doesn't matter which one you use. Pretty much equip any pistol you really want. It really doesn't matter what you have equipped. In this video, I'll also be showing you a floor. I'll add a video onto this one where it will show you a floor where you're going to want to grind out accessories. If you actually want accessories, that is. Now, when you're picking your partners, you're going to want ones that are decently tanky and also good supports. We already know that this one's set up as a good support. This is my AI, which I'm about to show you the build for. Austin is a pretty good support too. She has nanotech and stuff. And then Silica, she has heals right there, as you could see. She also has an AED shot for in case one of your AIs dies. You're going to want to prioritize healing on your characters when you go through the dungeon, just to make sure that they keep on supporting each other and you, and that they don't die. Since they're tanky and they're healers, you know, it generally works out pretty well. You use one of the weapons you get on the first floor, and this is the kind of this is how you could set up your stats. And as you can see, you could have a lot of defense that way. This is how you want to set up your Arphasis. It doesn't really matter what you have there. Yeah, rare item drop rate. You don't really want item drop rate for this dungeon. It doesn't really do anything for you when you're going for the dungeon weapons that you actually want. They don't really do anything for you because they always drop something. It's when you get 3 swords that you know you have either the Gigas or the Blue Rose, because they always drop at least one. And you know that third one's going to be one of those 2 swords. And the rare item drop rate on each AI and the luck on each AI affects your chances of getting a higher rarity. I will go through and show you how good this build is. Just gotta make sure that I have the ammo for it. I believe I've told you this, but yeah, your AI is the one that's supposed to be giving you the support and giving you the defense and power buffs. You're not really supposed to use the ones that are on your character unless you have to. This is the floor that you're going to use to get the swords. The annoying thing is a lot of the time on this exact floor when she shoots the fields, it doesn't always want to appear, so you're gonna have to wait for her to get them back, but they really don't take long. Prioritize healing. Let's give it a minute. Should be ready pretty quickly. Just want that to be ready for the second Kirito. I'm just waiting to skill freeze her too, so she doesn't power debuff me, because it still does a lot of damage, but still really annoying. She did anyway? You son of a... Well, as you can see, it's still doing a lot. When you go to fight the 50th floor boss, just power break the actual boss and armor break whatever whatever of its minions you're wanting to kill, and then just headshot them. Get the kill all the minions with headshots. Get the gauge up really quickly. Then armor break the actual boss, and then once you do that, once you armor break the actual boss and shoot it in the weak spot, you should die pretty quickly. You're already armor, bro. Oh, now you... Here we go. Just, this is for when they put their sword barriers up. Oh, wow. I died. No. Well, there's a first time for everything, isn't there? Hey, how about you hit me with your guard field already that I really don't need? Eh, power buff. Anyway, yeah. Normally, you don't actually die. That is pretty strange. But anyway, you can see how much damage it's actually doing now. Hopefully he'll be stupid and stand still like the bot he is if I do this. No. I didn't get that lucky little dice roll, did I? Anyway, yeah, as you can see, there was 2 swords that dropped. Both of well, if you have a third sword drop, that means it's either the Blue Rose or the Giga Cedar, because they're guaranteed to drop sword either way, which is why item drop rate does not work here. If you go to floor 7, you will get to this floor at some point once you spawn in enough times. You get this lucky dice roll quite often. Okay, let's see. As you can see with these guns, you run pretty slow, but it's worth it. This is where you get the accessories. You will see that you get quite a bit, because each bee drops an accessory. The big scorpions drop gats, as you can see, but everything else drops accessories. So that's something to keep in mind. You're gonna want to go around and search for the stuff that's just gonna be all over the place. And when you go all the way to this room to get this door open, wait for the party real quick. Come here, slowpokes. Come on, let's go, let's go. We're burning daylight. You go back in here, and you get to grind the accessories some more. And up next, what I'm going to show you next is the build you're going to want to use to get the guns for this build. Well, it's the guns you're gonna want to work up to the 50th floor with to get the guns for this build. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna show you that build next. So this is the build that you're going to want to use for the Type Z shotgun to get up to the 50th floor and get the Royal Guard gold, which you'll then use for your grinding. The high dex is so that a way you could kill things faster and not have to use as much ammo, so that way you could just keep on using this weapon and it gets you up through pretty quick and easy. Now, the thing about this is you could. Honestly, you don't even need that high of luck. I was just kind of rushing this when I was making this. You could just bring that luck down to all the way to 70 if you want to, and up this vitality. Just bring that up as high as you can, and put whatever is left into luck, if there's anything left. And as for intelligence, you could bring it down to 193 for the max debuff, and you could just use your Arphasis for the support, same as before, and put whatever is left into luck as well. You get pretty great results from that. This is what you're going to want to use. You may be questioning why is skill freeze 2. The reason why is so that way it could recharge faster when you're fighting the Kiritos. So, yeah. If I remember right, I can't remember if you could swap skills in the middle of the dungeon. I think you can swap skills when you're in the middle of that dungeon. That exact one, I'm not sure, I can't really remember. If you can, when you don't really need this power break, you could just put on AED or whatever it is that you want on there. So this is the skills that you want to use. You're going to want to just build your Arphasis the same way as before. There's really no difference. I used my actual main character for this to show you this. As you can see, it's not my Abyssal dungeon character, since I got rid of my shotgun before. And this is the method that I've personally used for a couple of different accounts, and I can tell you that I've talked to a lot of other people and seen people use a lot of other types of builds and stuff, a lot of other methods, and I've never seen or heard of anyone come up with a better method than the one I am showing you here today. So, please share this with your friends and have a great day.